Today, the moon continues in Taurus, and I want to talk about grounding and stability and how that Taurus moon energy is helping us create a deeper sense of who we are and how we connect with the earth and our lives and reality, and how that creates stability that we can, have something to depend on and feel connected and feel that sense of connection to the earth and our lives. I'm Marina Ormes here with your Astro Vibe for Thursday, June 15th. Thank you so much for being here. Today, as I mentioned, the moon continues in Taurus. So it's our third day of talking about that Taurus moon energy. You can go back and review my videos of the last couple of days for more insights into how that Taurus energy has been unfolding, in particular, as we think about the energy of Taurus and the moon in Taurus as completing the Taurus moon cycle, and the themes that we have been working on this moon cycle since the Taurus moon on May 19th. So with that Taurus energy, of course, we are thinking about our connections to the physical, the results we're creating, the choices we're making, the routines, habits, and patterns that we have, and how all of those things are creating our experience. And so maybe an opportunity to look at, some of your routines and whether there's anything you want to do differently or shift in terms of your habits and patterns and routines. What is it you do every day? How do you keep things going? So within that Taurus energy, we're also thinking about what grounds us. So as we go through, things that are shifting in the world around us, Pluto, of course, is now in Capricorn. I had a great video on that topic last Sunday, what it means for Pluto to be going retrograde into Capricorn, where it's been since 2008 until we recent weeks had the Pluto and Aquarius vibe and dipping our toes in that water. But now that Pluto has gone back into Capricorn, it's helping us to complete and do some more of this work that we need to do on transforming our foundations, our structures, our systems. And so the energy of the Taurus moon is also asking us to think about, what do you want to rely on? What do you want to rest in? What creates stability in your life? And how can you think about that place of stability, that way that you ground, or, when I say grounding, it's like kind of like orienting yourself, like what gives your life meaning? What do you orient yourself around? What are you making choices based on? And so feeling that sense of stability and how we might want to anchor in a new feeling of stability that is based on the future more than the past. So thinking about the structures, the systems, the ways you have of organizing and operating within your life. What does that look like? It might look like your ways of paying your bills, which can be your work, but also just your everyday tasks, making food, thinking about, planning for the day, taking care of children or other people in your life. What does that look like for you? What do you have to think about? And how can you create that way, that thing that you're orienting yourself around, the set of beliefs that are guiding that, right? Maybe you in the past have thought about organizing it based on feeling like you have to fulfill some expectation of yourself. or like I have to check this many things off during the week in order to feel worthy or valuable. So how can we shift that to thinking about, I'm doing these things for a bigger purpose. I am going to work. I am taking care of this person. I am doing these daily tasks, or whatever it is in your life that you are doing those things because of something important to you, because you have love for these beings you care for, and you want them to have bright futures, or because the work that you're doing has meaning in the world, or because, even if it's simple things like having errands to do during the day, like, can you remind yourself that those regular tasks, those routine things that we do, are for a reason that has meaning to you, and what's important to you, what do you believe in, and why are you doing these, step by step, tangible things in the world that we do, and what is the bigger reason? So creating greater grounding and stability is thinking about what, our bigger why. Why are we doing things? What makes us feel happy? What brings stability into our lives? And how can we, without making huge, you don't need a ton of upheaval in your life to just reconsider, how am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Is this meaningful to me? Am I doing this in a way that is putting my energy into creating something meaningful? Or am I doing this for a reason that doesn't make a lot of sense? So it's kind of taking a little bit of inventory of your life and your routines and asking yourself, how does this feel to me in the bigger picture, and why am I doing these things? And again, like yesterday, I was saying it might be a subtle shift you could make, which is just to feel happier about the things you're doing, maybe because you remember why you're doing them, right? And getting out of the feeling of drudgery and into those reminders that there's reward in doing things day to day, right? There's reward in using your body, in engaging in the world, in getting things done, even, right? Checking them off your list has its own feeling of accomplishment, and brings, reminding you of your own value. So just how can we bring more positive energy into that and feel grounded in something that has meaning for us, that bigger picture of what we believe in and what's important, and how we can have stability in our lives based on what we want, as opposed to stability that is based on just, dog paddling to stay afloat every day or whatever. So those are my thoughts for today. And then, of course, the moon later in the day today goes into Gemini, and we're heading into that Saturday's Gemini new moon. So we'll be shifting into that moon in Gemini, which gets us out of the Taurus energy and the more thinking about what makes sense, what brings results, what's tangible, what brings value to our lives, and shifting to Gemini, which is more in the mind. It's more mental, and questioning our thinking, asking ourselves, what do we want to learn more about? What do we need to communicate? How can we talk things through or write them out in a way that might help us wrap our minds around what we're doing and why. So we're going to be heading into the new moon in Gemini on Saturday and looking at how that begins a new moon cycle. I'll be sharing more of that with you as we go into the Gemini new moon on Friday, and then the Gemini moon on Friday and the new moon on Saturday. Don't forget to do your daily gratitude. Thank you so much for being here. We're almost at the end of our 29 days of gratitude. And so you should have a nice collection of things you're grateful for, which is calling in more of those outcomes that are important to you and things you value. Thank you so much for being here. I am Marina Ormes. You can learn more about me and how to work with me at astrologyheals.com. I have books that walk you through some of this process. I'm really just like giving you little tastes and tidbits here, but if you want to go through my system of really working with the moon cycle and worksheets and, you know, kind of walking you through the why and the how, check out my book, Astrology Heals. It's got all the step-by-step you need in there. It even has a way to work with your own chart. So you can order a natal report from me to go with that book so that you've got your own personal roadmap to follow as you go through the book. So I highly recommend that if you are enjoying these videos. And as always, subscribe for more. I'm here with the daily Astro vibe and astrology for unshakable self-care. I will see you next time. Thank you for subscribing, and bye for now.